Ladies and gentlemen, President Uhuru Kenyatta and William Samoei Arap Ruto today met for the first time at Statehouse in Nairobi. That meeting, in my view, is significant politically speaking, because the Deputy President will tomorrow officially take over as the 5th President of the Republic of Kenya. So in this video, I want us to look at the objectives of that particular meeting. And for us to understand why that meeting is significant, let me take you to a post by two gentlemen. The first post I'm going to take you through is a one by Babu Owino. Babu Owino is a close ally of Raila Odinga, and Babu Owino is projected to succeed Raila Odinga as far as Nyanza politics is concerned. Then the next post will be by Didmas Baraza, who is a close ally of William Samoei Arap Ruto. Let us begin by this post by Babu Owino. Babu Owino is saying, "Thank you, Uhuru Kenyatta, for keeping your word to Ruto. Your body language tells it all. It was a long con. We will still reach where we are going. If we cannot hunt with a dog, we will use a cat." That statement by Babu Owino is heavy, and it's actually resonating so well with the majority of Raila Odinga supporters. Most Raila Odinga supporters believe that Uhuru Kenyatta actually conned Raila Odinga. But for me, I've always believed up to now that Uhuru did the best he could, but ilishindikana. Now, let me now take you to what Didmas Baraza is saying. Didmas Baraza is saying something. Didmas Baraza is saying something here. Let me just take you to what he's saying. Okay. Didmas Baraza is saying, the same time Uhuru is meeting with Ruto at Statehouse, he's saying, Statehouse is ready to receive William Samoei Ruto. We've already removed empty whiskey bottles, demolished bar counters, and returned assorted alcoholic drinks to the suppliers. We are looking for Wajakoya to pick his bag. He's talking of Bangi there. We can't get him on phone. Construction of the pulpit and or altar of God has been halted until Bishop Mark Kariuki of Deliverance Church Nakuru sanctifies the place beforehand. Mama Rachel has agreed. Now, if you look at those two statements, they have deeper meaning. Didmas Baraza is actually speaking the mind and the heart of William Ruto and Team Tanga Tanga. And because William Ruto will officially be sworn in, let us wait and see how it's going to relate with the President Uhuru Kenyatta. And for me, the meeting today is significant because, number one, Uhuru betrayed Ruto. He promised Kumi, then Kumi ya Ruto. He didn't do that. He instead supported Raila Odinga. Then, apart from that, Uhuru Kenyatta and his allies humiliated William Samoei Arap Ruto, and to some extent his allies. That's why if you go to Oscar Sudi's Facebook page right now, you will see him still remembering how he was humiliated when a contingent of police was sent to his home. William Ruto also defeated BBI. BBI was one of the flagship projects of President Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta really wanted the BBI to sail through, but Ruto stopped the BBI. Apart from that, William Ruto also took control of Mount Kenya. As we speak, almost all members of parliament, MPs, senators, and the rest are from UDA party. Then apart from that, William Ruto crowned it by defeating Raila Odinga, who was President Uhuru Kenyatta's candidate, or you can call it project. So I want us to look at the objective of this meeting. But before we do that, allow me to introduce to you PowerAfricaSolar.com. PowerAfricaSolar.com is one of the best solar systems solutions providers in the world. It is one of the preferred solar system solutions by majority of homeowners in Europe and in America. And luckily for us in Kenya, they now have offices in Kisumu, in Nairobi, and in Mombasa. Kindly just check out their website. Check out their website right now. Then you can request for a quote. Please do that. If there's any other thing you need from me, you can let me know. But the best, just check out their website. Then from there, they will respond to you. Now, what was the objective of the meeting today? Because William Ruto is supposed to be sworn in tomorrow. After the elections, President Uhuru Kenyatta has refused to meet with the deputy president. So today the deputy president drove to State House. Why do you think he drove there? For me, I have only 4 or 5 reasons. Number one, I think it's part of the transition process. Uhuru Kenyatta is handing over to Ruto. So for me, I think it's just in order for the deputy president to go to State House so that Uhuru Kenyatta can show him, this is the sitting room, this is where we used to do this, this one here is where I used to drink, if you guys have been calling me a drunkard. So if you want to build a church, you can build the church here. So basically, it's handing over State House to Ruto. That's number one. Number two, I also tend to think that the two met because they are trying to cool the temperature between their supporters. You know, Uhuru Kenyatta humiliated Ruto according to William Ruto and his supporters. Tomorrow, Uhuru Kenyatta is expected to attend the swearing-in ceremony at Kasarani. But there's a fear that what happened to Moi might happen to Uhuru Kenyatta. So they have to meet so that temperatures could lower a bit. And that's why I began this video by playing for you, by reading for you that post by Didmas Baraza. The thinking of Didmas Baraza is actually the thinking of majority of Kenya Kwanza. They are so bitter with Uhuru Kenyatta, and if Uhuru Kenyatta were to attend this event, definitely is going to be humiliated. So Ruto is trying to cool the temperature. And let us wait to see how, the kind of statement they are going to release. So I think it was about cooling the temperatures. Number three, I also tend to think that William Ruto personally felt that it was important for him to invite President Uhuru Kenyatta to attend his swearing in tomorrow. Because the truth is, it's a process. But in the constitution, it's not a must for President Uhuru Kenyatta to attend. Even if the president refuses, it will go on. But William Ruto feels that it's important for him as the incoming president to actually invite Uhuru Kenyatta personally. So for me, I think that is the main reason. And number four, it's business interest. You know, I've read so many posts about hustlers castigating Uhuru Kenyatta, celebrating the fact that the government has issued directives due to all salaries, government salaries and the rest, to go to National Bank or KCB and not NCB or Equity. My friends, some of those businesses you can't touch. You can't. So William Ruto will get in, but he will just have to deal with them. So one of the things which William Ruto is trying to do is to discuss with Uhuru Kenyatta, maybe assure him that his business interests will be taken care of. Because you see, these things normally start as a joke in social media, and then they escalate. So they can even prompt Uhuru Kenyatta not to attend the swearing-in ceremony. So I'm sure and I'm certain that one of the reasons why Ruto went there is to talk with Uhuru Kenyatta about the Uhuru Kenyatta's family's business interests. And lastly, I also tend to think that the fact that almost 20 head of states are expected in Nairobi, and Uhuru Kenyatta is the president, so probably these guys met to see how they can welcome them. How are they going to be, the role of President Uhuru Kenyatta, the role of the deputy president. So because if anything will go wrong, like for example, assuming 20 head of states are coming, and then Uhuru Kenyatta decides, because Uhuru Kenyatta can decide not to attend, what picture will they be sending out to the world? Forget about this our hii yetu hii ya katikati hii inakwanga ndogo. What image will they be sending to the international community? Because as far as international community is concerned, Uhuru Kenyatta is the president, William Ruto will take over tomorrow. So they expect Uhuru Kenyatta to hand over to Ruto physically. So assuming a situation where 20 heads of states are there, the president is not around. I mean, what message? So I think these are some of the things which this gentleman discussed. And by the way, I wanted to ask you, what next for President Uhuru Kenyatta? Can I read your comments on that, please? Bye-bye.